Hello everyone! I hope that you're having a great weekend, and this video, although usually I tend to do long videos, should be pretty short and straight to the point. It's which stocks am I looking at for this week, and the answer is actually pretty simple. It's NIO and ChargePoint at the moment, mostly NIO. In case you're new to the channel, this is something we're doing every Sunday, where we talk about the stocks for the upcoming week. And in case you're new to the channel, I am not a professional investor or a financial advisor. I'm a CEO of a gaming company, and I give perspectives from that point of view of a company's CEO. And, you know, my logic, I got pretty heavily into investing about a year ago. So I wanted to make this journey more fun and show what I'm doing and have you all yell at me that I'm an idiot in the comments. In case this sounds fun, would appreciate if you bell, like, subscribe, comment, you know, everything YouTube lets you do. This helps with the algorithms. So let's get to it. For this week, there are basically two stocks that I'm looking at. I'm gonna give some explanations about why exactly those two and not others, but to make it straight to the point, it's NIO mostly and ChargePoint. So Chpt for ChargePoint. Let's start with NIO. NIO dropped like crazy since the past month has, or even 2 months, had like EVs hammered down. It's like, you know, they had the tech correction, which hit the EVs the most. Then there is the chip shortage. Then there was the fire at the Japanese factory, which makes like produces those chips. Then on Friday, I think, NIO announced that they are suspending their production for 5 days because of this shortage. And basically this has got to the point where from its highest, NIO just in a month and a half dropped 42%. Now comparing with Tesla, Tesla dropped 28%. Cciv is a bit of a special case, but let's take what happened since this like announcement of, you know, the valuation of the merger, 25%. And the ChargePoint, let's take it somewhere from here, around 50%. Now here's the thing, whenever I talk to people that are invested into EVs, all of them, 100%, are going like, well, I don't care about what happens now, you know, I'm in it for 10 years, right? Which should be the case. Because at the moment, all those companies are extremely overvalued, and that's pretty much, in my opinion, a fact, which is a funny sentence to say. I mean, Tesla's PE ratio is something around 900. It's crazy. No one buys those stocks because he thinks that the companies are worth what they are now. He thinks that EVs are going to take over the world, and in 10 years this can 10x or whatever, right? The same logic ARK follows, same logic everyone follows. So if you're investing into EVs, you're looking 5-10 years ahead. At the same time, people go like, oh no, there is a chip shortage for the next quarter. Let's drop the stock by 50%. And I'm like, who are those people? You know what I mean? It's like, you can't have both. You know what I mean? If you're in it for 10 years, seriously, like on Friday, NIO dropped. Sorry, that's not on Friday. So on Friday, NIO dropped 11%. Why? Because they're shutting down production for 5 days. And you're invested in this company for 10 years. Who cares? Like, they'll take, if you're invested into Volkswagen or something, right? Do you remember if 7 years ago they had a shortage for 5 days of something with the production? Like seriously, I don't get this duality of like, either you're in it in 10 years and you shouldn't care, or you're in it for the short term, which I honestly don't know any people who are saying they are investing into EVs because of the short term. So I think this is like the combination of this like correction plus chip shortage plus the fire plus the Neo suspension for 5 days. It just creates like a whole panic, and everyone are like, oh, EVs are now correcting themselves. So and pay attention to the next phrase, because this one is important. If you're thinking that EVs are the future and they're gonna explode, which by the way I'm not so sure about, but if you are, then you should be looking at this and going like, whoa, everyone are crazy and overselling. Why? There is no reason for it. I'm gonna buy it. If you don't think EVs are the future, which is a totally legitimate point of view, you might be right. I won't argue with you. Then, you know, don't invest in it in the first place. But if you think that EVs are the future and you're investing into EVs for 10 years, then like please explain to me the last month. Like, who cares what happens during this month and if there is a shortage of something? So I'm actually not huge on EVs. I want to have them in my portfolio to diversify, you know, to like I want to have some holding in the EV industry, not a huge one. And at the moment I have Neo and ChargePoint. ChargePoint, same story. Like, from its highs it dropped 55%, and it's like, why? So those are two companies I think I'm looking for this week. There is also weeks that I said that I think under 285 is a good price. I'm looking at that, but to be honest, I think I'm gonna go with Neo, because this is just like a much bigger upside if that happens. And another thing, because some people asked me in the comments and in messages and stuff, Ctrm, I just want to mention them. Why am I not considering them for now, even though I think 0.8 is a great price, and if you've been following my videos, I think this is one of the greatest stocks out there at the moment. And that's mostly because of the same narrative of like how much profit I can make. So you see this thing here, this is a hype spike. This is probably not an actual valuation of the company. This is a lot of Reddit people and YouTube people hearing about the stock. So like it goes up very fast and down very fast. I still think this company can get to $2, but let's say if I think that here is relatively the current right price, then it dropped 21%. And that compared to Neo and ChargePoint, which we are about 45-50%, I just think I can make better earnings with this. I can also compare here Neo with Tesla. This is a nice trick, by the way, if you're using Google Finance. You can do that and compare those three, for example, for the past, I don't know, 6 months, and see how they behave. So Neo is a lot more volatile and ChargePoint is more volatile than Tesla, which makes sense. Usually the big companies are less volatile, but they are following the same trend. So yeah, that's what I have for you today. This is what I'm looking for this week. If you have any interesting stocks you think that are relevant for this week, let me know. If you think you know, I'm analyzing this wrong, let me know in the comments. I'm always commenting and I'm always happy to hear from you guys. And let's hope for a much better week than last week. Every time I say that, things get worse though. So maybe I should say, let's hope for a red, like, shitty week where everything is bad, and then we'll make shit tons of money. Alright everyone, have a great weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow when the markets open. Cheers!